Hey, everybody. My name is Ryan Shear with Lebanon Now, and I am with Sheriff Matt Frederick. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Good to see you, Ryan.
Hey, you wanted to come on the show. We want to talk a little bit. We've had some things going on, and as always, you're very communicative. I got to say something about this guy. Something goes on in the county. He's like, hey, can we come talk about it? Because you're community minded.
Yeah.
You want people to know about
it figured out.
So today we're going to talk about animals and animals in the county and some incidents that have happened. And anytime something goes on Facebook or social media, there's a lot of speculation or this or that or whatever. And you're just here to say, hey, this is what has happened and this is what we're going to do. Right.
Yeah. So, we've had several incidents, in particular, dog bites. And that seems to be an issue that has risen over the years. I'm looking through the reports, and last year we had 10 dog bite incidents. That was just 10 that were reported. There were more, I'm certain, but only 10 that were reported. This year we're up to 17, and it's only August going into September.
Yeah.
So we've seen a significant increase in that, and I think maybe not necessarily because there's more bites, but more people they feel more comfortable reporting this.
Yes.
And more people feel responsible to report it, because we've got to be good neighbors and we've got to take care of those kinds of things.
Yeah. So let's talk about the incident that recently happened, and then we can kind of go through that and you can clarify what's going to happen and what's happened and what some of the strategies are for when this happens. Right. So
on the 16th of August, we had Lauren Mitchell was walking her dog down the road, and I spoke with Lauren. She's okay with me talking about this. And a lot of folks take their dogs for a walk, and she was attacked by 3 dogs while walking her dog. She got bit in the course of that, her dog as well. And, whenever this happens, we always want to get a call about it. Because several things need to happen. We need to contact the folks that own the dogs. We need to find out if the animals have vaccinations, if they can prove that animal's been vaccinated. If they can't, we need to quarantine that animal. Because we're worried about rabies and that kind of thing. And so that happened. We discussed this with the owner, and at that time, as per the statute, we can't do anything with that dog at this point in time. Fast forward to the 26th. Another lady has run down the same road, jogging, Marianne Rutledge, and she got attacked by the same 3 dogs. 10 days later. Pretty significant attack. In these kinds of things, we've had 17 incidents occur that have been reported in the county. That causes some injury, some mental injury to folks when they get attacked by a dog.
Yeah, of course. Because it's the same thing as like you think you're safe, you're out doing something you normally do, and then all of a sudden a traumatic thing happens.
It's horribly traumatic. And I was speaking with Marianne the other day, and she was reliving that incident, because imagine you're running along or walking along, checking your mail, doing whatever it might be, and you're attacked. Now, throw in the fact that it was 3 dogs.
Right.
And, typically whenever we receive dog bites, it's either a very small dog like a Chihuahua or it's a pit bull.
Right.
That just seems to be the going thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And so 3 pit bull mix. And it's horrible. And I can see the tears welling up as she was discussing this with me, because she's seeing the event over and over again.
And not to break in, but with 3 of them, like you said, with the Chihuahua, it's like, ow, that hurts.
Sure.
You that adrenaline that I'm kind of in fear of my life now. Like it takes us to a whole new level.
Absolutely. Yeah. And back, I think it was in March or April, we had a 13-year-old young lady walking through her backyard in the back 40, and 2 neighbor dogs were trespassing on her property and attacked the young lady. And that young lady managed to, as the report read, she stabbed one of the dogs that was attacking her, and her mom got out there and scared the dogs away. My dog, I love my dog to death. He's dumb. But I can't have a bonfire without him trying to attack the fire. But I don't know how he's going to act when I'm not around.
Right.
I can't guarantee how he'll act. And other owners can't guarantee how their dogs are going to act.
Fair. Good point.
That's just how it is. And so, we have these kinds of things happen. This 13-year-old girl, I know she's scarred for life. up here.
Yeah.
You know, she, and speaking with her mother, the young lady was afraid of her own dogs now. How horrible is that? And the way the Missouri statute reads, absent a serious injury, and then you have to look up the definition of a serious injury. Sometimes these dog bites don't make the elevation of serious injury. And as per statute, that dog basically gets a freebie.
The first one.
The first one.
The first one's a freebie.
Absent a death or a serious injury, which we have to define by statute, that dog gets a freebie. Well, that's not right.
Yeah.
And I hate it for the victims of this because they have to deal with that. And, you know, as per statute, that dog owner, so long as that's an unprovoked attack, that dog owner is responsible for all those medical bills. They're liable for that. Well, that doesn't make up for the fact that I was attacked by a dog unprovoked.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, these are issues that we deal with. And, you know, I've talked with folks, they go, well, what can be done? Well, I'll tell you what, I talked with Representative Melissa Schmidt about this, and I said, Melissa, we've got to get this fixed because I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of an animal getting a freebie doing something that owner should have prevented from happening.
By either pinning them up, locking them up, knowing the animal's behavior, just some sort of prevention.
Yes. Yeah. Because, again, I don't know. I've spent thousands of dollars to make sure I have good fence, a good gate in my front yard so my dogs don't get out.
No, let's stop there and kind of move along. The rules in the county are a bit different than they are in the city, though, aren't they? And city, we have certain regulation laws, but you go out to the county, there's not a whole lot.
In the county, your dog can run free. The issue with that is, though, most folks are generally
lean up to your mic just a little bit.
Most folks are generally good neighbors.
Yeah.
But there are some folks that are animal owners that by their actions, it appears that they really don't care about their animal and they really don't care about their neighbors. And that puts law enforcement in a tough place. And I don't want to have to explain to a victim why such and such dog owner doesn't care if their dog attacks anybody. It's absolutely horrible.
No. So the procedural in the county, you said the first one's a freebie.
It dependent on the serious. Yes. So say we have a dog bite. We document it well. We have to identify that dog. On the second or subsequent bite, that's at the point in time where we get teeth.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, if we can identify that dog, it was an unprovoked attack, we seize that dog. And that's as per statute. And the statute's been in play for a long time, and we're using it.
Yeah.
So we will seize your dog. Now, we have a great partner in Lebanon Police Department and City of Lebanon, and I've explained to them the issue that we have because as the county, we don't have animal control. Right. I don't have a place to put an animal. I don't have a place to put the vicious dog. Well, the City of Lebanon has partnered with us and said, hey, we'll help you out, guys. And so, you know, on these situations where we seize that dog, we get it taken to the pound. And that starts a 10 business day process, whereas that owner can petition the court to get their dog back, or in 10 days, that dog is going to be destroyed. And we absolutely hate that. We hate that it has to go that far, that an owner would allow their dog to be put in that situation. But human lives matter, and we have to take care of people. And that's my job, and that's what we do. So we're going to take care of folks. You know, in this particular incident that just happened with these two ladies that were run down the road, whenever we went back the day after the incident, I was able to reach a hold to Tanya at Pound Pullers, and her and Mike were able to come out, and they were able to rehome 13 puppies. 13 puppies. Some folks, they let this dog situation get out of hand.
Cause yeah. And that's one of the things, especially with, and we only want to talk about unresponsible dog owners. There's a lot of responsible.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of there.
Yes.
And that's saying, my rights begin where yours end, and all of those is where, if your dog's out running loose, it's bothering cattle. So when it comes to nuisance animals, because just after the Good Morning Lebanon show, we were kind of talking about this.
Yeah.
What about nuisance animals that chase cattle, horses, stuff like that, kill chickens? What are some of the things you can do for nuisance animals?
Well, in those cases, we often tell folks, hey, you have the right to protect yourself and your livestock. And if it's on your property and those things happen, do what you need to protect them. And we leave that be. Now, what unfortunately happens amongst neighbors is it'll usually escalate to the point where I say, hey, if your darn dog doesn't stay off my property, I'm going to shoot it.
Right.
Well, I don't want you telling me that you're going to shoot my dog. I'm going to tell you.
Then you're getting into, because unfortunately, and correct me if I'm wrong, and don't come after me in the comments, animals like cattle and dogs and stuff are majorly in Missouri considered property.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Right.
If you steal a dog, that's a felony offense.
That's because it's property, right? So if you've got one piece of property attacking another piece of property and you're defending this piece of property or whatever, it can escalate down into assault, bad neighbors, bad blood, bad feelings, all of those things.
And that can be prevented by just simply taking care of your animals.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of, like you said, we have a lot of good folks in the county that take care of these animals. We have a lot of folks that drop animals off.
Yes, that's been a big issue.
Boy, that ticks me off, because here's the deal. A lot of folks end up in this position where an animal gets dropped off. They can't find the owner. They feel sorry for the animal. They feed the animal. What have I now just done?
Right.
I've just made that animal mine.
Yes.
Because I'm taking care of it.
Yeah.
There may be a certain day, however many days you take care of it. But the fact is, if you're feeding it and you're taking care of it, you've kind of taken ownership of it at that point.
Yes.
And, I may have that ownership because I'm caring for it, not because I want to keep that animal, but because I don't want that animal to go without and I can't find a home for it.
Right. And you're big-hearted, and there's a lot of big-hearted people out there.
And that's where I tell folks, call pound pullers and see if they can take care of it. Tanya, she does really good trying to rehome these animals. But some people, they get stuck with this animal that just sticks around. And the animal, just like kids, if you don't give kids that discipline and you raise them right, they're going to be feral.
Yes.
Animals are just like that. If you don't give it to them, they're going to be feral. And then you don't know what they're going to get into.
And so as we wrap up this conversation, just common sense really with the animals out in the county is that don't let them run free. If you have, give us some of those things that you've seen from experience, because I'm sure you get nuisance calls all the time, these calls all the time, just things where you go out there like, man, this one small thing could have prevented that, because maybe you are a responsible dog owner and you just had to experience this, and this sort of advice will keep you out of having to experience.
Right. And 17 within close to 9 months, 17 dog bites that we've had to deal with. And we will take care of that situation as best we can. But what I want the folks to understand is, we understand somebody gets hurt. We understand that these things happen. Our hands are bound by law.
Yes.
And we're going to do everything we can to document it and let the owners know that this behavior needs to stop, because we don't want it to escalate to the point that the animal doesn't have a choice about what happens in its life.
Right. Right.
And we want people to be good stewards of their animals. We have dominion over these animals. Let's take care of them. If you're going to be an animal owner, a dog owner, be responsible. Throw in the whole spay and neuter your animals so we don't have to
Bob
help
Barker,
you.
that thing.
Yeah. And it's hard to do that, but there are all kinds of resources out here that folks can ask for help and receive it. So we just ask that people make good choices, take care of your animals, understand that your animals don't act the way they do around you when you're not there, and take care of your neighbors.
Absolutely.
Be a good neighbor. Yeah.
And if you have an issue with a problem dog bite, of course, call the sheriff.
Give us
city
a call.
If you're in the city.
Absolutely.
All there. But and let's just reiterate, because when I was reading Mary's post and Marianne's post, and we were talking about this, is you guys are bound by the law.
Yeah.
And that thing I said about property protection, that's a legal thing. That's not, I love my animals. We all love our animals, right?
Absolutely.
So when it comes down to the law, that's the way the law looks at it.
Absolutely.
But when your property, legal definition, hurts a human being, that takes it to a whole nother realm of seriousness that you can be charged for, that there can be crimes. So just being responsible with your animals, with spay and neutering, responsible doing that stuff could cut down on a lot of this, and maybe somebody doesn't get traumatized or bit or hurt or even worse.
Absolutely. So yeah, just be good neighbors, be responsible, and that's about all I've got.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. I know there'll be a lot of comments on this one. Just be nice to each other. It's a hot topic. We love our pets. We love each other. We love all those things. And when you get emotions involved, they can get messy. But when people start getting hurt, and legal issues and has hurt. So there's no magic bullet per se to figure this all out. But just be nice to each other. Have a nice debate. And we'll see you next time here on Lebanon Now.
All right. Be safe.
And I'll smile awkwardly.